Welcome to the Real CP Show. I'm your host, CP. And today's topic, an extreme, what I have coined, Apexicus Predatorial Womaness, meaning basically super apex predator woman. This is an extremio version of one, extreme one. Where this extremio, Apexicus Predatorial Womaness, sexually predatorialness of several underage, preteen, mid-teen boys at a school when she was a school aide. But at the same time, you still have numbers of people that still are like, well, we don't really see nothing, or, well, they got a little bit of anger in this and stuff like that. But at the same time, when it comes down to saying, what are you going to do about this epidemic of pedophile woman teachers, the ones it applies to, that are doing these to these underage boys? They get quiet or deflect. Now, if this would have been a male school aide teacher that did this to several young girls, there will be national outrage. And feminists knows this. And feminist supremacist type women knows this. Right? But let's go ahead and share my screen on this particular video. I'm utilizing this under fair usage doctrine, and today is April the 3rd, 2026.
A former teacher aide in Kenosha County will be spending the next 50 years in prison.
A judge delivered that sentence for Anna Marie Crocker today. She pled guilty to sex crimes involving 4 young boys. 12 News' Hannah Hilliard has her emotional apology to the victims.
34-year-old Anna Marie Crocker.
I take full responsibility for what has taken place.
A once teacher's aide in Silver Lake, now a convicted child sex offender, in court Tuesday to learn her fate after pleading guilty to multiple crimes.
I am disturbed by the harm and distress along with the trauma that you have to endure. I'm deeply sorry that this has caused confusion, pain, and anger.
No, she got proverbial caught. But then they're going to say something, well, the narration, they're going to say something that is even more despicable. Despicable.
That you have to live with this the rest of your lives.
Investigators detailed her sex crimes against 4 young boys during Tuesday's sentencing. One, a 12-year-old she forced to have sex with her. Another, a 14-year-old she lured out of his home to sexually assault.
Despicable. These are like little burly teens. One was what? Pre-puberty teen. And she sexual predatorized them. And there was no national outrage. Several boys, several boy underageness that she did this pedophile situation toward. This is beyond sinister. Where's the Protect Boys programs at? Where's the We Must Protect, innocent boys? Where's all those entities at? Quietness. Because there's not a gold mine of resources and emotionalityness tied into when sexual predator pedophile women teachers do these dastardly things to these innocent boys. Do you understand that? And the system knows that. And they know it's not enough males to say, hey, hold on for a second. This is not right. That they must demand however political, and to say, wait a minute, you want numbers of male votes, but you're not willing to sit there and legislate policies related to we must also protect boys. How about this for a second? How about you truly come with hardcore sentencing? Well, I'm gonna get to that in a little bit, right? Because because they said 50 years. Please. This is to get people to focus on that part. She is not. Let me repeat this 1,000 times. She is not, unless some variability of margin of error shows differently. She is not going to do freaking 50 freaking years. She is not. She's not going to do the majority of that time.
She couldn't help herself. She was juggling all these boys at the same time.
A court's order prohibited the recording of the victims and their families, but one mother told the judge, quote, "This person destroyed my son's psyche and loving and caring spirit." That family moving out of state as a result of Crocker's actions. Crocker, a mother of 4 herself.
What? Hold on.
Crocker, a mother of 4 herself.
Whoa. What? A mother of 4 herself. She is beyond non-redeemable in a mentality. And let me tell you something what's disgusting, etc. There will be some hard up type males that will look at her, because I've seen numbers of males that make comments on some other podcasts. I'm sitting on a podcast, but and other types of predator type of women predatorizing young boys, and numbers of them have made, well, I sure wish that was my woman teacher. What kind of dumb crap is that? But if it had been vice versa, and it had been some males saying the same thing, and it was a male teacher, and he was predatorizing some young teenage preteen girls, and some male says that he sure wish that, well, anyway, I don't go into all that. You get the point. If it was vice versa, right? Because again, if that was a woman, male school age woman, a male school age guy in this situation, and he sat there and was a sexual predator of several underage girls, and you had some males in those comments saying, oh my goodness, boy, they sure wish they was him. Do you understand the outrage and the, oh my goodness, you give me a few minutes with those guys, I'm going to show them with that creepiness. But when a woman teacher does this, it's totally opposite. Do you see?
Mother of 4 herself, pleading for a lighter sentence.
I'm asking for mercy and compassion, even though I understand the seriousness.
The judge ultimately handing down 51 and a half years of incarceration.
She sought out children, she used children, and she took advantage of children.
Crocker showing little emotion as she now heads to prison for the next half century.
Exactly. She did fake crocodile tears, but ultimately she didn't care. She got caught. And that's all why she playing crocodile tears on that situation. When is there going to be an extremely upsetness about these sexual predator women, right? Let me tell you what it's like when they are consistently doing this over and over again, and there's no national outrage. This is what it's like. Yes, this is what they're doing. They're slapping the system and saying, ha, ha, ha. And they're slapping quite a number of males' faces saying, ha, 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 you silly males. Right? Because if this was a male doing that, there would be national outrage at this. Now, I'm going to tell you what numbers of the feminists and numbers of Sister of Chaos, they would do, right? And even some cool males. This is my last little clip. This is what they would do. When you sit there and say, hey, man, this is despicable and stuff like that with these women teachers and other type of ones that are doing this. They'll say, well, it's not all women. I'm like, please, you know what? It's not all women, right? Well, no, it's not all women. Go on with that now. Go on with that game. Go on now. Go what? Go on. Yes. See, they don't think numbers of males have any kind of thought pattern to ever get tired of seeing these one-sided despicableness, woman teacher cretins, sexual pedophiles, right, doing this. They say it's not enough males that care about this. Now, if it was vice versa, they want to behead the guy then. You see the hypocrisy. And this is why it continues to keep happening. I thank you for tuning in to the Real CP Show.